Y'all look at that timing. My king just got home. He gonna be hungry and ready to feast on these loaded vegan nachos with pulled pork. And yes, why am I holding this trumpet mushroom? Because this is what we are gonna be making that pulled pork out of. Hey, loaded nachos. Oh, loaded nachos. Oh, loaded nachos. Ooh, made with some vegan food. So y'all, let's get to it. Let's get going. Let's get glowing with this recipe. So the first thing is I have a nice hot pan right here, y'all. And I'm gonna get my oil going and glowing. I'm using about 3 tablespoons of some oil. This is Pompeii. I like to use their grapeseed oil. They have every kind. Their olive oil. It just tastes the best. Ooh, I can already smell it. That smells good. Hey. And then, y'all, we have some sliced white onions. And if you don't like onions, you can skip that. But the white onions really just add a nice zest. And you can already hear it. Y'all hear that? She already cute. And let me get this right here, because this is the tool. This is what we're going to use. Saute all of this and make our vegan pulled pork. Now you can also use portobello mushrooms if you cannot find king trumpet mushrooms. That's all good. Look at that, y'all. This is beautiful. And you can also use jackfruit, or if you ain't got none of that, you can use some chickpeas. Use the same seasoning, the same spice. It's going to be delicious. Just instead of slicing these up, dice them up into nice little pieces. So there's a way to make this recipe no matter what. And if you don't like chickpeas, you can use some lentils. If you don't got no lentils, you can use some sweet potato. If you can't use no sweet potato, I got you with the replacements, y'all. I got you, okay? So I'm going to add just a splash of salt into this to really seep out all that flavor. And then I'm going to be adding in my shredded king oyster mushrooms. And it's so cool because I literally just picked them up from my farmer's market. Local, baby. Do what you do. So here are the full oyster, or they're not oyster mushrooms. These are king trumpet mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms are the ones that I use typically if I want to make like chicken. But I typically use the king trumpet mushrooms if I want to make pepperoni. You just slice it nice and thin. Whoop, you see you already have the shape. Season it well. And then I also use this to make pork or fish as well too. So there's so many different things. I'm going to be playing around with king trumpet mushrooms for a while, y'all. So as you can see, there we go. And here we go. We have it fully shredded. You'll see that? Boom. Fully shredded going in there. And I'm going to show you exactly how easy it is to create that pulled pork texture. Look at this. And sometimes you get nice little fatty pieces in there too. That's really nice as well. I like it. So I'm going to put it in there too. What's great about these recipes, because you're trying to replicate meat, which what's cool is mushrooms actually are very meaty. And I say that mushrooms are meat. Mushrooms are meat. Whoa, mushrooms are meat. So now that we have our meaty mushrooms in here, I'm going to show y'all how you take this apart. Oh, sweet Grayson, my cat is obsessed with my husband. Like anywhere he goes, Grayson the cat has to be there. So he just got home, so of course, you know, like nobody's just, oh baby, I like your hair. He just got his hair did, y'all. He looking fierce. Okay, so here is my king trumpet mushroom, and I'm going to show y'all how easy it is. Get yourself a fork. Hopefully you have a fork. And look at that. Boom. Y'all already see that shredding apart? Ga-da-ga. There she goes. There she glows. Hey, hey, hey. Shredded. We're going to shred the mushroom. Shredded. And then we're going to put it in our mouth. Shredded. We're going to shred the mushroom. Shredded. And then we put it in her mouth. She's gonna taste just like home. She's gonna be so. She's gonna taste just like home. Taste and texture, everything is right. So there we go, y'all. As you can see, it's very easy to just tear this apart. And as you can see, boom. And that's what I love about pink trumpet mushrooms. This is the easiest way to get that nice texture, that fall apart texture that you like. If you like pulled pork, if you never had pulled pork, then just call it pulled mushroom, call it shredded mushroom. But if you have had pulled pork, then you know exactly what this is gonna taste like. You know exactly what the texture is gonna be like. So there we go. Haha. You better shred it now. And if you're just tuning in and you're wondering, what is this girl making? I'm making loaded nachos. And right now I'm creating the meat aspect. This is our pulled pork nacho situation, okay? But you better get into this nacho. I love nachos. Like, I've been thinking about nachos for like 2 months. And I was like, why have I not had nachos yet? All right, so as you can see, still got some little chunky parts. That's all good. Add it in there. And honestly, these are going to shrink down a little bit as we add in all that seasoning and spice and that liquid ingredient. Hey, 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 she gonna shrink down. She gonna shrink down. When we saute the mushroom, she gonna shrink down. When we season the mushroom, she gonna shrink down. When we saute and cook up the mushroom, you better believe that she's gonna shrink down. So I like to add in my dry seasoning first, and this is McCormick steak. So let's add in about 2 to 3 tablespoons. That might have been a little bit more, but that's all good. Y'all, we going in. Ooh, I like that cracked pepper smell. Ooh, it's nice. So this is gonna be that first layer of seasoning, and she would be cute like this by herself, but y'all know I'm going in with all that seasoning and spices. Hey, 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 hey. The mushrooms, they flying out my plate. That must mean that it's tasting great. They're flying out my plate, and yes, they're shrinking up. Whoa, they're flying out my plate. I guess that means that they taste great. They're flying out my plate into my mouth. I really do want to try them just like this, and honestly, you would be fine with just the mushroom and just the seasoning, because that's already enough. That's already so delicious. But we're really gonna let all that flavor sink deep in, y'all. So let's talk about seasoning. Let's talk about spices. I have some apple cider vinegar, just a splash. You don't need honestly any more than 1 tablespoon. You be Gucci on that. And I have a little bit of sweetness. Are you surprised? If you don't got maple syrup, you can also add in like some vegan honey or some agave or a little coconut sugar, turbinado sugar. Just a little splash to balance out that acidity you got in it. Hey, hey. Now I have some other dry seasonings I want to chit chat about. Nutritional yeast for that umami flavor, all that deliciousness, those notes that you didn't even know in your tongue. She's gonna come through with this, and adds in some B12, come through. And then of course, smoked paprika. Are you surprised? So I'm gonna be adding in about 2 tablespoons of my smoked paprika. Let me just open this girl up. Let's just get into it. And it's gonna add a nice color to it as well will the nutritional yeast. Just everything's coming together, y'all. You know. Don't be surprised. Y'all already saw what it looks like. Y'all already know. Some of y'all already know what it tastes like because I saw the pictures. Thank you. Thank you for tagging me in all of the beautiful recipes that y'all are creating at home. I'm gonna add in a splash of some pepper. There's already some pepper in my steak seasoning, as well as some salt. And there's already some salt in the cheese, so you really don't need a lot of salt in this recipe. Just FYI. So let's add in our other fun, unique ingredients. Right here I have liquid smoke, and then I have vegan Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, I said it right. Worcestershire sauce, or W sauce if you can't pronounce it. So this is by a brand called Wan Ja Shan, and I got this at Sprouts. You can also, I believe, get this at some other places, but if you don't have vegan Worcestershire sauce, you can also use liquid aminos or soy sauce. It's still gonna have a nice flavor to it, but I like to get that W sauce deep up in there because I feel like that really adds in that meatiness. Just a little splash. You honestly don't need too much. You don't want it to overpower. You still want that mushroom umami flavor to go through, y'all. And just a splash, less than a teaspoon of some liquid smoke, because it's just gonna, I wish I could smell it. I was like, smell it. It smells good. It just adds on that smell like it's been cooking on a barbecue for a while. And honestly, you can want to, you can like roast these beforehand. You can like grill these on your grill outside if you really want to, and then really let that flavor sink deep on in there. Okay, now I have that acidity, I got that sweetness, I got that smokiness, and of course I have that savoriness, and then the texture, I got that meatiness. What else do you need in your life other than those simple elements, my loves? All right, so now I'm gonna let this cook on down on my big girl burner in the back, and then I think I'm gonna bring out the other ingredients. We can chit chat about some things. We have some time to talk during this recipe because she won't cook on down. So y'all, big girl burner in the back. Whoa, big girl burner in the back. That's where she's going. Big girl burner in the back. I'll bring her back. I'll bring her back when it's time. But until then, I'm gonna push this out the way so that y'all, we can see everything I'm putting on to this beautiful bonanza of flavor. Okay, so she's gonna go. She's kind of hot, y'all. Hot and spicy. All right, I'm gonna clean this up real quick and then we get into it. Oh, yes. Look at this, y'all. Hello, these are the beans we are using today. This is a dozen cousins. They sent me over these benevolent, beautiful, and blessed beans. They're so flavorful. Like, sometimes you buy prepackaged beans and there's no flavor to them. But these, hello, a dozen cousins, whoa, a dozen cousins, whoa. And I believe that they are minority owned. I believe so. I don't want to say that 100%, but I'm pretty sure they are. If they are and you know that, let a girl know, y'all. Come on, come support your brother and your sister. Support who you need in your life. And these beans are seriously though. They bomb. They bomb is all get out. They have so many different flavors. In fact, I'm gonna show y'all the other flavors they sent me. Cause yes, I got myself a whole box ready. Check it out. Okay, so what I like is they have so many different cultures they represent in their beans. This one is Trini chickpea curry. This one's very, very zesty, deep in flavor. And you know I love chickpeas. So there's that one. Y'all see that right there? She cute. Okay, and then we have Cuban black beans. These, I just want to eat these just with like a spoon just by themselves. Really good. And then Mexican cowboy pinto beans. I don't normally like pinto beans because sometimes you get just pinto beans in a can and they're very, very bland in a can. But these, I mean, they're not playing games with the flavor, and they understood the assignment very clearly. Like, hello, flavor-tastic, all the above. Okay, so there's those, and then, of course, y'all, they also have refried beans, and these are vegan. Yes, refried vegan beans made with avocado oil, so you know what I'm saying. If you're trying to be healthy with the oils, there you go. This is refried black beans. I already had the refried pinto beans on, what was it? Oh, I made tacos, and I put that as like the bottom. Really good on some tostadas as well. So they have that flavor, the black beans, refried black beans, and the classic refried pinto beans. And then I ate some of the other things already. They're already gone, y'all. I'm sorry. I was hungry, and these are so quick to make. It takes 60 seconds. You just pop in the microwave, or if you don't have a microwave and you can't use a microwave, you can cook it on the stove top. Just take it out, boom, stir it around. I got a dozen cousins. Whoa. So those are the beans we are going to be adding to our nachos. Nachos. Oh, let's see our girl. She getting crispy, y'all. Look at her. Ooh, y'all see her? Yes. She getting cute. Keep her right here and see how she do. Keep her right here. See how she do. She looking cute. Let's see how she do. She looking cute. Look at that meatiness. Look at that. Bruh, that looks good to me. I ain't mad at it. All right, we'll let that cook up a little bit. I really want it to get nice and brown, and I want all that liquid to just disappear, my loves. So here are my other ingredients I got right here. These are gonna go on top of my loaded nachos. Of course, I have some sliced up tomato right there. I also have a mix of cilantro and green onion. I like both, but if you don't like both, that's okay. I won't judge you for it. I have some fresh jalapeno. I would just, but I can't handle that. Ace really likes spicy food. I can't handle just munching on some spicy food like that. But I do love a little zest, a pow, a little thump in my nacho, and that's why I have some red onions right there. And then of course, lime, so fresh. I love adding lime to like so many recipes, so are you even surprised? That's what I'm doing. And then I have a mixture of different kinds of vegan cheeses. I have some mozzarella and some cheddar up in there. So y'all can see that? Look at that. So good. And I'm going to be adding a pretty decent amount. I'm going to do this in layers. And then I couldn't help myself. I'm going to add on just a little sprinkle, some Parmesan, just on the top for that little, that little extra bit. And I think that's everything. We have this. Ooh, we also have our delicious, I really was like shocked when I first tried these salsas because they have no onion, no garlic. This is Fodi. Hello. Fodi foods. And they have no garlic, no onion, full of flavor. I don't know how they do it, but I'm about it. And I've got to work with them on a couple recipes. And yeah, so I'm going to be using their salsa as a little dip. And yeah, y'all, that's pretty much it. That's all the stuff we going on there. It's very simple, very easy. The hardest, when I say hard, is it really that difficult? No. The hardest part is obtaining the trumpet mushrooms. And like I said, if you don't have trumpet mushrooms, you can use thinly sliced portobello mushrooms. Cut them up in the exact same way. Like literally, let's see if this one will tear. Some of them tear. Ooh, some of them tear. No, this one didn't tear. She said, I love the texture. Like, when I just bit into this. Also, though, does this not look like a chicken leg? Like, straight up, this is a vegan chicken leg just waiting to be battered, breaded, and fried. Like, what a gift. I actually should do that. I should make a king trumpet mushroom recipe that make, like, drumsticks. And even the stick will be a part something you can eat. Oh, that's so fun. Yo, we gonna do it. Don't wait. All right, let's go see how our girl doing. Ooh. Yo, I wish y'all could smell how good it smells. Oh yeah, I like when it starts sticking to the bottom of my pan. That's how I know all that liquid is disappearing. And this is just soaking deep into my flavor and my bun. All right, I'm gonna put it back on the big girl burner. In the back. Now, if you did use the king trumpet mushroom as a drumstick, you better make sure you marinate. That almost didn't come out my mouth. Make sure you marinate it for like at least a few hours to make sure that flavor really comes through. Because you don't want to just bread it and then boring, just like plain. You really want it fully seasoned all the way through. And breading will only get you so far. So, just a little fun fact. All right, I'm going to set up my little nacho situation. And then I'm going to start taking questions because I like to take some questions. Yes, we are making pulled pork. Oh, y'all asked me what brand of cheese did I use. I use Follow Your Heart. That's typically my go-to brand. Follow Your Heart. I really like Good Planet as well. Y'all saw how I did it? I just banged it on the thing right here on the table. That's what it's called. And out she go. Out she go. It's going to be a nice little side dip. In fact, I might have some of this while we chill, y'all, because I already got myself a huge thing of chips. This is one bag of chips. I ain't gonna lie, it's one whole bag. I like to think of this as almost like Super Bowl food. Like this is a very like sports outing. I haven't eaten today, y'all, so this is actually the first thing I put in my mouth, and I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna leave that out. I'm gonna munch on that while we're cooking. Alright. Here goes my platter of chips. And hey, y'all probably wondering, ooh, I can't have that many carbs. I can't have chips like that, corn. I got you. If you can't do the corn situation or even the potato chip, which should be bomb on some potato chip as well, then use some roasted sweet potato like circles. Chop up your sweet potato into nice thin pieces. Let's see. Ooh, about like the size of that. Like thin, like the size of a jar top. And then bake those, salt, pepper, maybe something else, paprika, you're feeling crazy. And then bake those until they're nice and crispy. Now it won't be as crispy, but it's still gonna be really, really good. And if you can't do that, cauliflower. If you can't do that, I don't know, something else, but I like the sweet potato idea. I think that one's best. All right, y'all. I think it might be time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She cute. We're gonna bring back our tiny burner in the front. Oh, tiny burner in the front. Ooh, she is sticking to the bottom of my pan, and I like it. I'm not mad at it because that means all that flavor is seeping deep into every pore of that mushroom. Now, she cute like this, right? Like, she real delicious. But we gonna take it to the next level because your girl, Gabrielle, always takes it to the next level. And that's why we're adding in barbecue sauce. And this is also Fody barbecue sauce. This is maple, so we're gonna add that little bit of sweetness of it in. We already got maple syrup in here, so we'll see. It should be still very delicious because we have the acidity to balance it out. So you don't need much of this barbecue sauce. I would say no more than 1/4 of a cup. Start off with a little bit. You don't want to over seep it in barbecue sauce because then it's just not good. It's just like wet, gooey, not delicious. You want it just to be a nice light coating, and mostly it's really just going to help it brown and really get nice and crispy in your pan while we work on our other things. So let's let this get crispy, cook it all down. And honestly, it just depends on however many mushrooms you add in, because like I said, y'all see the mushrooms, they shrunk down. We had a whole song about it. Oh yeah, that was the perfect amount of sauce. I can already tell. So you want it nice and coated and covered, but you don't want it like completely saturated. Trust me, I learned my lesson the first time I made like barbecue jackfruit. I'm pretty sure I just like completely drenched it, and it did not work out. But I'm gonna put this back on my big girl burner in the back, and we gonna just let it crisp up while we work on our other things, y'all. Come on. Loading nachos with vegan food. Oh. And I think I'm gonna unplug my little burner in the front, doing what she can. She really is trying to do what she can, y'all. She's trying her best. All right. Yo, I had a thought the other day. I was like, how do people do ASMR videos? Like, genuinely, that is a genuine question I have. How do you do it? I cannot work without music. Like, if I don't hear some beat, something, like sounds, I just can't be that. And listen, I meditate. I love being in my silence and in just my peace. But I can't stand for hours cooking, cleaning. Silence. Y'all are brave. Like, God bless you. I be just blasting music. Like, literally be like this. Yeah, all day. Hey. We getting down. Sometimes I sing, sometimes I don't. It just depends on what kind of music's on. Sometimes I play like, classic, what's new music. Sometimes I'll play Afro beats. Sometimes I'll play music with words. Sometimes I'll play music without words. It all just depends. But I always just, I always just try to vibe. Always. Like, no matter what. My goal is to vibe. My goal is to vibe. Yeah. We're getting down in the kitchen with Gabrielle. 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 We're getting down in the kitchen, we're feeling well. We're getting down in the kitchen with Gabrielle. Now we are gonna cook our beans. So I'm gonna do to cook these beans, I'm just gonna tear out a little bit right there. It even tells you how to do it. Tear it, and I'll pop these in the microwave for about 60 seconds. I'm gonna do them together for 2 minutes and see what happens. Hey, hello. We're getting down in the kitchen with Gabrielle. We're nice and crispy, just like I like it. Perfect. We getting down in the kitchen. We getting down in the kitchen. We getting down. We getting down. We getting down. We getting down in the kitchen. We getting down. All right. I think it might be time for us to start adding some ingredients, like a little bit of some cheese. Add on the cheese, if you please, corner to corner. Oh, add on the cheese, if you please, corner to corner. Oh, corner, you better get your corners. Cheese, if you please. Cheese, if you please. Oh no. If you couldn't tell from the song, you gotta make sure every part is covered in cheese, that first layer. You see how these beans doing, y'all. Y'all see I'm dual wielding now. I got my beans going, I got my chips, I got this. I'm really doing it. I'm getting down. And see how it's starting to get nice and dark and brown. Ooh, I like it. Yes! I'm getting a nice arm workout too. Y'all see this? And wrist workout, child. Beautiful. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, sick beats. Oh, sick beats. Come through, come through. Beans are hot. Beans are hot. They're very hot. That is no lie. Okay, I'm going to try to answer some questions. A lot of the time, cooking bloggers will use a burner on their kitchen island so they can face the camera. You got it. You knew exactly what I was doing. Yes. So I have a tiny burner that I literally have had for how long? Years. It's been a very long time. I got it at Walmart. It was like $25. I think it's called Oyster brand. I don't know, but it works. I had a whole really expensive one. It was so loud. It was electric. It was just like, brrr. And I was like, how am I supposed to teach a cooking class, a musical cooking class? This is for, see, and how would you do an ASMR video with that loud humming? See, these are questions. Questions I have, y'all. But yes, how many mushrooms did you use? I kind of peeled a lot of them before class, but I would say I used about 5 to 7 mushrooms. But it really depends on however much nacho you're making. If you're just making a small platter of nachos just for you, like not even half, but like a fourth, I would say this is a serving for like 4 to 6 people, depending on who's eating. But if you're just like making a small amount for you, you don't have to use that many mushrooms, just make a small amount. But I like to cook everything in big batches. Okay. Let's see how we doing. Yes, and that's why I'm leaving the frame occasionally, is because I'm using my big girl burner because she goes a lot faster. Ooh. And sometimes I actually like to bake my own pulled pork. Sometimes it's easy to bake the pulled pork because at the very end it gets nice and crispy, and that helps all of the water disappear even quicker. But we're gonna add on our beans, and then I think we're gonna add on our pulled pork. And then I know I keep saying pulled pork, and you're like, it's not pork, it's mushrooms. And I'm like, yeah, I know this. But the reason why I call it meaty or whatever, I call it what it is, because I grew up eating that food, and to me it makes sense if I'm introducing people like, hey, I've never tried vegan food, vegan pulled pork. Okay. Opposed to vegan pulled mushroom. It's like, if I don't like mushrooms, like, you know, if you have like an abrasion to mushrooms. And the thing is too about this recipe, it can be mushrooms, or it can be jackfruit, or it can be anything you want. It really comes down to the flavor, and I think that pull apart texture. So that's why I call food what it is, because there's so many different ways you can create it, but at the end of the day, you make it pulled pork. Y'all get it? I hope y'all got it. Now let's add in these beans. Ooh. Let's see, I want to make sure it's not too liquidy. Okay, because I don't want to get these beans wet. Ooh. Or these chips too wet. Ooh, look at that. Yes, she looking good. Ooh, she is zesty. And I think personally, 2 bags is just enough. And I'm making sure to get corner to corner, y'all. Y'all see that? I'm making sure everybody gets beans in their mouth. Eating these, everybody. Honestly, you could do just the nachos with just these beans, and you'd be just fine. Like, listen, it's so good. So good. Dang. And this mixture is going to be bomb. Now, I'm putting this wherever I didn't put my black bean. But I want to make sure it's well. You know, I want this to look cute. Y'all see what I'm doing right here? I want her to look beautiful. And to me, she is already beautiful. With her little cheese and her little chip and her little dip on the side. There she go. And our pulled pork, I can already tell she's sizzling up right. Well, I'm going to get that last bit. I love eating as I go. My favorite. All right, y'all. Let's go get our pulled pork. And let's eat it on. Ooh, look at that crispiness. Yes. Now, you can add more barbecue sauce if you want to. But what I like to do sometimes is just drizzle a little bit of some barbecue sauce over whenever I'm done with the recipe to really sell that whole flavor. But this is good just by itself, just like that. It's going to crisp up nice in our oven. And I've set my oven to 420 degrees. Set that down right here. My wrist got a little workout just then. And she said, girl, why don't you just take a break? Set your oven to 425 degrees. And then we're just going to let this cook up, get nice and crispy and delicious until that cheese is melted on the very top, or until, you know, it looks like how you want it to look. Well, you will see exactly how it's going to look. But to me, it's about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on, and you can broil it too if you really want to. I'm going to save some of my pulled pork on the side for a cute little meal later, because that's what's great about this recipe, y'all. You can actually use this pulled pork recipe for so many things. You don't have to put it on nachos, obviously. Hey girl, she's ready. Whoa, oh. All right, let's add on our final layer of cheese. I'm doing 2 layers of cheese, and I'm doing corner to corner. See, I'm getting all them edges. Get all them edges with them cheese. All right, y'all. Y'all ready for this? Hey, hey, hey. Loaded nacho, loaded nacho, nacho, nachos, nachos. All right, y'all, we are going to bake our beautiful nachos. Y'all see all this glory, all this splendor going on right here. We're gonna bake it until the cheese is melted and we are good to go. And I'm gonna add a little bit of Parmesan on top because, you know. All right. See, I'm putting it on the top rack as well. So I want this to get quick because I want to eat, y'all. Ooh, you know what would also be really good on this? A nice little like lime crema or something that's just like creamy to go on the side. That would be very, very delicious. All right, I'm going to answer as many questions as I can. I'm going to start off with, let's see. Excuse me. I'm going to start off with Facebook. Hello, loves. I love y'all. Always tune in and y'all always have the best things to say. Thank you so very much for your video. I have gotten very sick with COVID and I'm dealing with a lot of health issues. Oh, snap. And whole, I was in the hospital. I watched your videos. Being vegan for my entire life. Looked forward to your spirit. Thank you. You have no clue how much your personality and spirit has helped me. Helen, I'm so glad to have even been a part of a small part of your life, that your journey of healing, because my whole purpose in life is to help people heal. So if my spirit, my energy, if anything, if you're not even eating the food, but if my just energy can give you that sense of healing, what a gift, what a gift. And thank you for letting me know that. That is so wonderful. Thank you. Yes, I love it. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. I made vegan pulled pork barbecue today. Yes, you did. Me too. Look, we doing it. What kind of mushroom? King trumpet mushrooms. I think we love your meals. Well, I'm so glad because I love making food and I love sharing it. Let's see. What did you season the mushrooms with? Well, the main seasoning, the dry seasoning I used was this this is a steak seasoning, actually McCormick steak seasoning, and then I have all the other wet ingredients. Oh, by the way, this recipe is already on my Facebook, my YouTube, my Instagram. She's already there, y'all. I got you. How long have I been vegan? Since 2011, y'all. We vegan, and we thriving too. I've like figured out how to eat like junk food, but at the same time, how to like enjoy, you know, healthy food, you know, like how to have big, huge salads, how to enjoy my greens, how to have all these delicious things, but also be able to eat nachos and fries and fried food. But it's really just truly about balance when it comes to eating vegan. You don't want to make sure that you're like, you know, suffering. I was raw vegan for like 2 years and I wasn't mad at it. I learned a lot, but it was time for some chickpeas in my life, y'all. I'm sweaty. I'm gonna get a towel. I'm sweaty. I'm gonna get a towel. You'll see all this? This is how you know you're working. I am working and I am twerking, y'all. But typically I don't work. Most of the time I just twerk. You know what I'm saying? Woo! Y'all, feel it on the back of my neck. Also, did y'all know I have a tattoo? I bet y'all didn't know that. No one has ever asked me that in my questions. I have a tattoo. It's on the back of my neck. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it says, is living. I love pulled pork sandwiches, but I don't eat any pork anymore because, of course, transitioning into a vegan is definitely a challenge. So thank you for giving me an alternative pulled pork. I got you. Because that's the thing is like I grew up eating really like junk food. I grew up eating just trash food, honestly. It was like, when we were really poor, we ate a lot of pork. When we were wealthier, we didn't have money at all. My dad was like a student, literally. We had chicken and fish. That was like, we had money. But it was always very, very rare. But still at the same time, we had a lot of cheese. I think that was the main thing. We had a lot of cheese. But we drank soy milk. It was a very confusing time for me as a child. But that's why I'm glad to be an adult now, where I can be like, I'm going to just eat full plants and I'm going to glow and show and just, you know. I'm just going to do what I do. I can't wait to order your cookbook. I'm so glad you're getting it. And if you do need a cookbook, your girl Gabrielle got one. It is called Colorful Home Cooking with Gabrielle Reyes. And you can get it at my website, onegreatvegan.com. I got you with the recipes. It has over 120 recipes, videos. All right, I love your videos. How do you get the nutrients your body needs if you're a non-meat eater? Well, I eat the rainbow. Eat the rainbow. For real. Like, that's how I base all of my recipes first and foremost is, all right, how can I incorporate every single color of the rainbow into my diet? In some way. Like, I try to eat tomatoes and bell peppers and carrots and greens, lots of greens. That's the main thing. But then if we're talking about protein, if we're talking about iron, we're talking about B12, I think personally the best protein, easy, cheap, go-to, you will never be hungry, is chickpeas and lentils. A lot of people will say soy. It's not me. I'm not a soy kind of girl. Chickpeas, lentils, and then for iron, mushrooms, spinach. If you're looking for B12, you can look at seaweed, mushrooms. Notice how I keep saying mushrooms. Y'all notice something? That's how I stay healthy, y'all. I eat mushrooms for literally like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I really be, except I only eat like one big meal a day because I'm intermittent fasting constantly. So I eat mushrooms at least every day in some kind of way. And if I don't, something is wrong. That's how I stay at peak prime performance. And I drink a lot of water. Sip it, water. And you dip it. Drink. I drink a lot of water. I eat very healthy. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I try not to cover my face in anything. I just try to keep it clean. I try to put out good vibes. This is literally, all of this is a part of like how I thrive and how I exist. I just try to put out kindness, whether that's through my diet, whether that's through my energy. And sometimes I fail. Sometimes I'm impatient. Sometimes I'm, distrustful. Sometimes I just don't trust people. Sometimes I'm like uneager to connect with people. But at the end of the day, I strive every day to be a good person and to fuel myself with foods that come from the earth, that are of the earth, which is, some mushroom, we got some beans up in here, we got good things, we got lentils, We got quinoa. Hello. All right, let's see. At one time, pork was one of my favorite dishes, but a few things, reports, have turned me off. So I'm happy you're showing an alternative. I got you. Let's see right here. Chickpea peas. Yes, I've been vegan for 5 months. Thank you for going vegan. Thank you for going vegan. You're healing. Thank you for going vegan. Now it's time to heal. Oh, I like that one. Let's see if the beat fits it, y'all. Let's see. It's a whole lifestyle. I love your page. I'm vegan as well, and it's so great to see people like you educating. Listen, I got you with education because I'm just trying to learn just like y'all. I'm just trying to thrive just like y'all. And if I can eat bomb soul food that like calls to my spirit and I can honor my ancestors, come on. Hey, honor your family, honor your ancestors with food. Hey, honor your family, honor your ancestors with food. Whoa, plant-based food. You know what to do. 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 So you went vegan. And now it's what you're seeing. You're ready for some healing. Follow one great vegan. Hey, so you just went vegan. And everything delicious what you see. But you are ready for some healing. So follow one great vegan. Hey, that was a vibe. If you don't think that was a vibe, are you even alive? Hey, so you just went vegan, and now you're ready for some healing. And now you see everything delish, and so you gon' give yourself some bliss. You going vegan and healing. We're going vegan, we're healing. All right, y'all. I can't get last week's song out of my head. It was a statement. I love that. It was a statement I wish I used to reply to my question many times. I love that. Are you talking about the stop asking women to have babies? There are so many songs from last week, but I appreciate you being here. I just made some fried tenders, king oyster child, cabbage, quinoa, and ground roasted walnuts, ground beef last night. Prep for week. Keep teaching, sis. We need this. That comment gave me so much hype. Hey. That comment gave me so much hype because I love that. I love that everything you mentioned sounded, number one, bomb, but it also sounded very whole food based. It sounded very healing. Hey, we're going vegan. And yes, we're ready for some healing. What about food for broke people? I love this question. Like, genuinely, I love this question. Vegan food is the cheapest food. It is survival food. Everyone says, oh, we're going to be eating beans and rice. Why are we going to be eating beans and rice? Because it's the cheapest food out there. Literally, if you want the most protein-packed, most inexpensive meal ever, it's going to be chickpeas and quinoa. I got you. You can literally live off chickpeas, quinoa, throw some spinach in there. Like, if you have no money. Literally. That would be like less than $5. I got you with the broke people. Come through. Ramen, also ramen, very inexpensive. Noodles, pasta. But I'm the kind of person who's like, I need protein. So what's the cheapest, less processed way I can get protein into my body? Quinoa and chickpeas. So that's what I'm gonna do. You should do commercials for plant-based products. Oh, what? Can I tell you a secret? That's literally my full-time job. Like, literally, that's all I do that's pretty much my job is to make commercials for a lot of things. I do commercials for, like, I'll act in commercials, like as an actress. Like I did a mattress firm commercial. A lot of y'all messaged me about that. I did like random bank commercials, Dell commercials, random, just like, as you know, powerful speaking woman. And then I also do a lot of, you know, partnerships, but it's basically like me creating commercials for different brands. Like Oreo asked me to create a commercial, Imperfect Foods asked me to create a commercial. I guess everything I'm doing is technically a commercial, but because I'm eating it and it's bomb, that's all good. Like, I don't really think about it. But y'all, I think our nachos are ready, so I'm gonna get our next song vibing. Let's see what she gonna be. Ooh, do you like this? What y'all think? Ooh, let me get my mittens too, y'all. Loading, 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 nachos, loading, nachos, loading, nachos, loading, nachos, vegan, hey. All right, y'all, let's decorate these and then let's get into it because she is cute. First thing I'm gonna add on here, let's see, y'all wanna see what I'm decorating with? Look at this. I love making everything just look beautiful. Of course, here comes the rainbow aspect. We already got that meaty mushroom in there too. And then since our vegan cheese is made out of cashew and, well, no, it's made out of coconut actually. There's plenty of plant protein in there too. Oh yeah, yo, and if you don't have vegan cheese, you can use hummus, thin it out with just a splash of some plant milk, some coconut milk or oat milk, whatever you got, and some nutritional yeast, and you got yourself a really quick and easy vegan cheese sauce. So if you're looking to just simplify your life. All right, so let's first add on some red onion. And I like to make sure these are well spread out because it just makes it look cute. And we go in corner to corner. It is the order we eat. It's what you see. It's vegan. And we do it. All right, I am decorating my beautiful, this wonderful, just prize of a gift. This is what royalty be eating, y'all. Be going in with the flavor, with the seasoning, with the spice. I really like onions, so okay. We're done with the onions. Next, let's add on some of our tomatoes. Just sprinkle that across. Ooh, yes, girl. Get that. Get over side to side, corner to corner. And this is that color. We got that vegetable up in here. Y'all, like, you literally put half of a tomato on there. I mean, that's half of a tomato more than you didn't have in your life. Come through, come through. All right, there we go. Corner to corner. Make sure every piece is fully covered and coated. Somebody commented on my TikTok and they're like, I appreciate that you fully covered the nachos. Are you kidding me? Everybody gotta have some of this. Everybody's getting a bite. And now my favorite part, y'all, the greens. The greens, gorgeous greens. Y'all see this? I have some jalapeno. And I like to space these out pretty well. I like to put them first, you know, maybe 5 on there. Then I want everybody to have something. You just throw it on there. No, but for real, popping it on it. Ooh, and corner to corner. Remember the rule. Corner to corner, decorate. Corner to corner, feeling great. Corner to corner, add your freshness. All right, here we go. I got my green onion and my cilantro. Gonna do a nice little sprinkle all over. Y'all, this looks so beautiful. Y'all gonna be like, oh my goodness, what a glorious sight. And now I'm gonna make a little bit of some room for my salsa. Yeah, yeah. Vegan nachos. Hey, hey, hey. Let's see, what corner do I want to put my salsa on? I think I'm gonna do this corner right over here. I'll just make a little space. Oh, I like it. There she goes. She should be able to fit. Get in there, girl. Yes. Yeah. Vegan nachos. All right, I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna sprinkle over my little Parmesan. Because y'all know I'll be going in. See, this one that's open. I have one that's, this one is open. I already sprinkled it. All right, here we go. Vegan Parmesan. This really just adds on that last little bit of beauty on top. Ooh, little clumps. We got clumps. I'm putting the clumps back. Ignore the clumps. There we go, y'all. Ooh, I like that. Like it. And then I have some lime. I'm just gonna pop these over. This is nice for like a little serving, you know what I'm saying? You want people to see that, I can just dig on in right here. And I'm like, yes, you can. I got you. All right. Y'all ready? Vegan nachos. We're making, shaking, vegan nachos. Y'all see all of that glory, that beauty, that splendor. Yes, this is what we have created today. Beautiful, in under an hour too, if I might say, y'all. Okay, this is one of my quicker classes. We made our beautiful loaded and layered and lovely vegan pulled pork nachos. Y'all see this? TikTok, y'all see this? Instagram, y'all see? Facebook, what y'all see? Now it's time to dig on in. Now, see how I want to do this. I think I'm gonna do one of these. Put my shoulder down. And now I'm gonna get myself, I wanna get myself a big bite. Cause y'all know I'm trying to do it right. Vegan quesadilla. This scroll right here. Oh, that's cool. Woo! My hand's like, I'm hot. Y'all, my hand really dug deep in there. She said, girl, I want to be a part. Oh. Y'all. All right, I'm going to put some of my extraness on top of that because I want all that flavor in there. Okay. Let's get into it, y'all. Vegan pulled pork nacho. Dip it. She hot, but dang, she good. Dip it in that sauce right there. I'm gonna turn it out. I'm sorry, y'all. You just gonna have to watch me eat. Y'all see this? Ooh, I really like it with the salsa too. Y'all see that? Smoky, meaty, cheesy. Y'all, okay, this is so good. The beans. Why are the beans so good, y'all? Why, Lord? Okay. I keep saying I'm gonna get one more bite, but I really wanted a jalapeno on there. Y'all, we digging in. Y'all see this? Oh, man, it's so good. You just can't help it, y'all. And look at this. I'm gonna make it so beautiful in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna just spread this out, and y'all gonna be like, I was never there. Didn't even know she took a bite. Who knew? Y'all, look at this. Look at this magic. This is what you learn after making food for years. You figure out, okay, I can make this kind of look like I didn't just take a big old bite so I can re-record something right. Y'all see this? She was born. This is such an incredibly delicious, scrumptious vegan recipe that we have created today, y'all. And I hope y'all cooked along with me. I hope y'all had fun. I hope you vibed out. I hope you sang along with me. And I really, really hope you get to try out this recipe. And don't tell anybody it's vegan. Like, for real. Like, just make it and see what they say. I mean, she's gorgeous. So, like, first of all, they're going to be shook. They're going to be like, oh, my, so good. And then you're gonna eat it. Well, y'all, this was fun. I am sweaty, as you can see, because I've been dancing, I've been vibing, I've been eating it up. She's hot, burpy, and bothered, y'all. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all. Yes, every single one of you. Thank you for being a part of my journey. We are growing, we are glowing, we are flowing. We are just thriving. And I'm so excited to just have people who appreciate thriving and appreciate spirit, soul, truth, trust, patience, everything in between, y'all. So, until next week, I will see you. I think we're going to be making some raw vegan donut holes. So, it should be like very simple, sweet treat. Obviously, it's raw vegan, so you know it's going to be healthy, fatty, fun, delicious. But until then, my loves, do not forget to sing your song, do your dance, speak your truth, sing your song, do your dance, and always speak your truth, my loves. I got you, and I will see you on